want to go back to the phone lines. We'll talk to Mike listening on XM 170, St. Louis, Missouri. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Hank. Thank you so much for taking my call.
My pleasure.
Relatively new studier of the Bible, so please excuse the elementary nature of this
okay,
question.
Sure.
I'm just curious as to what the relevance of the Old Testament Mosaic Law has to current-day believers in light of the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus teaches, "Do not think that I have come to destroy the law or prophets. I did not come to destroy but fulfill." And he goes on in 18 and 19 to get even more specific with that. So I was just, and then of course he expands on the commandments in the next several verses and talks about the spiritual, the nature in which his expectations are. And I'm just curious as to what that means to current day believers.
Yeah, what it means is that we can never keep the law. And that's why Jesus Christ goes on and says, "You have heard that it was said," and then he elevates the law to a standard that no one can keep. It's not just about murdering someone. It's if you have an angry thought, you're already violating the law. So he extends the meaning of the law to its logical consequence. And he is saying to his hearers, no one can keep that standard. And if you want to be saved by keeping that standard, you have to be perfect even as your Heavenly Father is perfect. Well, you know, the hearers of Jesus Christ must have scratched their head and said, if that is true, who then can be saved? We can't even keep the Mosaic Law, much less the extent to which Jesus Christ takes the law. Well, the answer, of course, is Jesus Christ himself, who is communicating that he is the fulfillment of the law in the prophets. The answer being that Jesus Christ did what we could never do. And that's why we say the gospel's not D-O, but it's D-O-N-E. It's done through the person and work of Jesus Christ. He did what we could never do. So he fulfilled completely the law and the prophets. They're not done away with. They're accomplished in the person and work of Jesus Christ. Now, as a result of that, we don't have to keep the civil and ceremonial aspects of the law. That was largely a function of a theocracy, and it is fulfilled in Jesus Christ. There are moral aspects of the law, however, which we continue to keep. Not to be saved, but they are a way in which order is kept in society. They're a guide for believers in living out the Christian life. They are a means of revealing sin, and therefore serve as a schoolmaster to drive us to Jesus Christ, who alone can keep the law perfectly.